You know what we're dealing with, and as you're listening tonight, we've got to see this. Some people say, I don't like this negative stuff. I like these preachers that just make me feel good. And hey, I love to make people feel good too, but we've got to declare the whole counsel of God. We can't be imbalanced. And you say, well, what will the end times bring? Well, we are in the end times.
Yes.
And there is an end of the end times. And we see signposts. We see what's going on. But all of us need to be alert, because in Isaiah, it tells us this. In the end times, here's what. Darkness is going to cover the earth. Gross darkness, the peoples. But you know what else? You say, uh-oh. But it also says, rise, shine, my light has come.
Yeah.
The last days, as some have said, I think it's my buddy Mike Bickle, he'll say, they're going to be gory and glory.
Yes.
Glory and glory. It's true. Paul wrote, and he said, in the last days, perilous times are going to come. Perilous. And that Greek word there is the same Greek word that describes the Gadarene demoniac. In other words, he was mad. The last days, there's not going to be bad situation. It's going to be mad. And today, people say, what's going on? The insanity. And if you're not aware of this, let me read this, because, Jim, you mentioned this before. I'm going to say, here, Rip Van Winkle, you're asleep for 30 years. Whoa, you just came back. Here's what you would have. Get this. Divorce. This is in the last 30 years. Divorce increased from 4% to 51% in one generation. Cohabitation, that's living together. 65% of altar-bound couples live together. Now that's a euphemism for, you know what it is? Fornication. 3, abortion. Almost 60 million babies aborted with taxpayer funding. Folks, our taxpayer money go into Planned Parenthood. This should never happen.
That's right.
Marijuana, it's being legalized in certain states. Days ago, the Democrat minority leader, Chuck Schumer, let's federalize marijuana law. Let's legalize it nationwide. Folks, these are leaders that are put in place, and many times because Christians don't vote, we see this. Euthanasia and infanticide is being legalized today. Pornography, rampant. Homosexuality, transgender lifestyles. Look at the standards in movies, folks, today. Movies. Out-of-wedlock births, first time in history, more than 50%. Sexually transmitted diseases, 110. I could go on. You say, Larry, I get discouraged. I don't want to hear that. I'd rather just hear some happy preaching. Well, you know what? I do too. But you know what? If we're not awakened, if we're complacent, indifferent, asleep, say, don't talk. I've had people say to me, Larry, I don't even read the newspaper anymore. I've turned off TV. I don't want to hear it anymore. I just want the positive. Well, I love the positive, but you know what? We've got to know the truth today. And then we are motivated by God. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, pray, turn from their wicked ways, confess their sins, the Lord says, then I'm going to hear from heaven. I'll forgive their sins, and I'm going to bring healing to the land. So in order to get moving with what's God's intention for the last days, it's bad. Yes, it is. We see what the enemy's doing. He knows his time is short. But God's people need a wake-up call.
Yes.
9/11, you say, that woke us up. Yeah, but we hit the snooze alarm. We went back to sleep.
Right.